You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. Ooh, I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Oh, tears apart. No, no, no. Baby, I would rather be dead. Each time you leave me, I start losing control. You're walking away with my heart and my soul. I can feel you even when I'm alone. Oh, baby, and I will go.
Good evening, everyone. Hello from Czech Republic. Here is Martina Burton and my husband Michael. We welcome you here in Marathon Academy, and congratulations to you to qualifying here and being here with us. It's big honor for us to be hosting this call, and we can't wait to share our experience and our tips. So guys, again, my name is Martina. I'm coming from Czech Republic. I'm actually 15 years in the business. And when I was just 2 years in the business, I met my lovely husband on a Herbalife event, Michael.
Hey guys, so 26 years in Herbalife. It seems really like a few years. You know, time passes when you're having a good time and making an impact and doing the deal, right? But as Martina said, I had the opportunity to come to Europe in 2012 and do some tours talking about the Fit Club stuff that we were doing in America. And in the crowd at one of those events was this beautiful distributor, and I've never been the same since. And ultimately, I moved to Czech Republic to chase her. Thank goodness she married me, and we have been now working the business together for quite some time. And we are just super excited to share with you tonight a little bit about how the marathons have impacted our business over the last 14 or 15 months.
Yes, exactly. And you know what? I'm coming from small village in Czech Republic. I came to Herbalife because of the business opportunity. And really what I fell in love with is the community, is the personal development, and really the fact that there are no limits here, that we can achieve whatever we dream of. And this is really what's this call about tonight. And because we are gonna share with you how to grow the teams, how to have more players, you know, how to grow your assistant captains and captains, so we can just grow in the business, in the marketing plan, and just play the game. And guys, this event here for us was massive game changer. Last year in February 2024, we decided to go take a look what marathons are about, because honestly, last, I don't even know, 3-4 years, we were kind of lost in the business, and we always had high volume production, personal production. We always figure out how to get new people, but what we were missing was duplication, and that's why we were looking for new ways. And honestly, one of the reasons also why marathons became attractive to us is because we want location-free business. We want to take this business anywhere around where we travel or where we live, and so really we took the decision, went to this event, and really everything what we are gonna share tonight, it's not coming really from us that we would be founders of these ideas, but it's because we took it from this amazing training from these leaders from Belgium and from Lyon, and we just put it in the action. So if maybe we would give you one of the first advices is always be the student, always like have open mind and learn, educate, and in order to grow. And this is our result so far. Just to get you clear a little bit, we have business in many countries around the world. Of course, the biggest part is in North America, but in last 8 years we do the business in Czech Republic. And you know what? I'm like a little bit driven to do my own deal because I got married into president's team level, but I'm like driven to create my own president's team organization inside of our organization. So in those years, we created pretty much get team size organization in Czech. And we were pretty much flat there. And what created the marathons and the duplication, this fun part, is all of these results. In last 12, 13 months, we have in this Czech organization, it's actually now 32 new supervisors, 5 new active supervisors, 3 new world team members, 2 new active world team members. We actually had one of our active world team to hit first cut of get team, and we pretty much during those 12 months, we increased our royalties to 2.5 get team. And the highest ones were this January, 3,100 royalties. And it's so exciting. And what it actually gave us is confidence about the future. And with that, we were able to make the decision and come to our leaders and team in North America, where honestly, we were not the present leaders as we wanted to, but really it was because of the lack of knowing what to do, and we all know that if you don't really know what to do, then it's hard to be the right leader and lead by example. And so we took these marathons to our North America team before the Christmas. We are on our lap 6 actually, and we're so excited. And we just put it in the presentation, this photo from one of our team members who shared with us that it was their best months ever after 13 years. And that's really what's giving us so much confidence for future and so much excitement. And really marathons for us represents these 3 important, let's say, things about Herbalife: the simple, fun, and magical. That's really the representation for us. And we really see marathons as community, and especially the power of the third voice, which is so important. And of course, we don't really consider it only as a customer follow-up tool, but mostly as a royalty building machine. And that's the number one mindset around that. And it's great in the duplication of explaining marketing plan and all of that. So really it's all about the mindset. We look at it as a game, and as we heard here, all of our captains, we know that 2 is the answer. 2 new players per lap, 2 more teams, and all of this. So really our flow is pretty much as we learned from in Belgium. We have Telegram chats, we have Facebook group, we do the morning activations, we share recipes, cooking, of course, everything everything we try to do with Herbalife products. So obviously that's increasing our consumption, and we try to give some value through nutrition education. But mostly what we focus is the never-ending promotion of the impact, because referrals and obviously attracting more players, that's what we all want. So inside of our flow, we always very naturally try to talk about making an impact, asking our players, hey, talk to your family members, friends, colleagues, tell them about the community. You see how much it gives to you. So just share it, what they can be part of. And imagine that this friend or the family member or that colleague, one day they will say, hey, thank you, Michael, for inviting me and telling me about the marathons, because it changed my life. I feel like this. So we always try to, tell people, imagine, how it feels to make an impact in somebody's other's life. So that's one important thing in the flow. The second one, of course, is the marketing plan. Every single lab, we always explain the whole flow of the marketing plan, and not just explaining by buying the products and consuming them by yourself, but of course introducing the game. Hey, bring more players, create your own team, become the assistant captain, and like grow all of your like circle of influence in the team, and let's compete teams against each other, and that's what's gonna help you to grow your discount, grow your profits and all of that. And of course we always promote also events, Herbalife events. But what I want to share with you tonight is one of the tips from us, what we do. It's assistant captains and captains experiences, which takes place pretty much every 8 to 10 laps. It depends on the whole year calendar. And during those 8 to 10 laps, you have to qualify for this event. And you either need to be a real captain, so obviously have 2 teams and maintain minimum of the 2 teams, or you have to become 3 times assistant captain during those laps. Or we even implemented a way to have 10 new players during the course of these labs, because when we have some new players who wants to be part of it, so they still have the open door to maybe just during 2 laps bring 10 new players and qualify. And for us, I can tell you, it makes a lot of fun, and it's a big piece in the promotion and like driving the players to grow on the assistant captains and captain level, because we makes this event special. It's nothing fancy, let's say, or nothing what costs us so much to invest. We make it at home, and we try to really prepare nice gifts. We have some special guests, like local special guests, or we do some experiences like yoga or maybe meditation and this. But mostly, because we are spread from different like cities, it's about the time together, talking, eating, having fun, and of course like having those business mindset conversations. So that's something what really make a massive impact on our flow. And here I'm gonna give the word to my husband Michael, and he will talk to you about what we see is the most important in order to really like build the business like crazy. Well, we think it starts all here, creating the right mindset and the culture in the organization.
No question about that. And wow, thank you, Martina. That was incredible. So guys, we're not really doing anything different in the technicalities as far as what the rest of you guys are doing with the Telegram chats and the Facebook groups, or however you're kind of creating your community. We do believe that the success so far we've been able to create, and of course, a lot more room to create more, which we intend to do, but it is about the mindset, and it's about the culture that we're creating in the group. And, like as Martina said, the conversation, the marketing plan for us, and this is our how we do it, which doesn't mean it has to be how you do it, right? But day 2 and day 8, day 2, day 8, day 2, day 8, every single lap we're talking about discounts, how to move up, as far as discounts and consumption on day 2, and pounding the marketing plan on day 8 about how you can actually begin to expand and grow a business and be a captain yourself, right? So it's every lap, it's repetitive. So people lap after lap are hearing this, and then there starts to be questions. Hey, how could I do that? Can I become a captain? And that goes right into this thing of how to move people from assistant captain to captain. There's no real magic there. Assistant captain is about what? Bringing 2 people. So someone that maybe is not even signed up yet, right, as a preferred member or a distributor can actually become an assistant captain just by bringing 2 referrals. But the real strategy is what happens after that. And it is this conversation of the marketing plan, and getting them clear what are the benefits to them becoming a captain. And the real benefits of that are income, right? At worst case scenario, them earning enough money so they can increase their own product consumption. But really, it's about more than that. And again, you have to be maybe a little, depending on your market, a little bit careful about how you do that, because some people, they didn't come for a business, right? They didn't come here to like make money when they join your marathon. So even though we're presenting the marketing plan and about all the advantages of doing that, we take a certain approach that it's really about helping people, and the marketing plan and the success that can come, income that can come, is a byproduct of making an impact, as Martina talked about. For us, we're speaking right now, Project 1000, Project 1000, Project 1000. That's about helping 1,000 people get healthy or improve their nutritional habits through the marathon. And this goes to what Martina talked about building the community and the culture. So we're not really, it's not so much like asking people to bring referrals, it's asking them to be a part of this bigger cause to help us expand this community, make an impact, as she had talked about. Consistency and promotion, again, that's what I was talking about with the marketing plan, conversation after conversation, lap after lap, the team culture, 2 new players a lap. I know even from Leon, we're learning now, right, that it's like 2 new players a week is the conversation. But we have been focused since the beginning, 2 new players a lap. We see the growth and how that can create what we're looking for in the team structure. 1 new team collectively per lap. That's what we want to add to the total mission. And then focus to become captain with 5 teams and personal production. This is important because you may have a lot of supervisors that maybe they're not building their own teams, so they're your players. Great, no problem with that. But you really want to focus, as Leon says, if you want to really start to break into the royalty expansion part, it's about having 5 teams, personally 5 teams, that are contributing to your personal production. Supervisors are contributing to your organizational production, which is awesome, but you want the personal production. This is how it's going to translate into growing royalties. So, as we look to, what is the next big thing with us? It all starts with us, first of all, right? How we're gonna have conversations about how many players do we bring personally. When we've talked to a lot of people. We just came from Iceland, and we got an opportunity to go see our friends in Iceland, do their leadership development weekend. And talking to many of those guys, they had the same stops, the thing that were stopping them in growing. And that was almost a fear of creating too many players, meaning not having a full team. I'll talk about that in a minute, but it was interesting seeing kind of what their fear was. So they stopped actually going and getting new players personally. And this is why we believe not just Iceland, some people there, but everywhere have experienced maybe not the growth they wanted, is because they stopped bringing new players personally. It is a game of numbers, guys. Numbers, just like anything in Herbalife, right? It doesn't matter if you're doing fit clubs, nutrition clubs, breakfast. It don't matter what you're doing. It's about numbers. We got to have numbers so that we have an opportunity to present what we're doing, however we're going about doing it. And the reality is as well with marathons, just like any method, right? I don't call marathons a DMO. A DMO is how we would go get people to join the marathon. Marathon is actually a method. It's a long-term method in itself. But just like with anything, you're going to have loss. So when we need input to outbalance the people that will go away, step away for a few laps, maybe they've reached their goals and they think that they don't need the marathon anymore, all types of things. So it's important. We got to stay ahead of the attrition. You have to bring more people into your community of marathons than are stepping away from the community. Keep the laps exciting, themes, topics. This is nothing new. You guys all know this, but themes of the day, we got it, a lot of it right from Leon's presentation, some of those exact same ideas, themes of the days. And we're just trying to keep the laps new and fresh because we're at lap, what, 30, 31?
30.
Lap 30 in Czech Republic. Listen, after people been through 30 laps, right? And if it's the same thing every single time, people can get a little bit, they don't see maybe all the value, or they get used to the value. So it's important to keep it fresh. Think about how you can bring in new things. And listen, with marathons, don't be afraid to ask other people in other countries or other places who are having success. There is really nothing to keep to yourself here, right? So get some good ideas from other people who are having success. And the biggest thing that we like right now with Flex 45 just officially starting yesterday, boom, right, is that it fits. It couldn't be a better way to fit with some method than it fits with the marathons. It is absolutely perfect because all we want is our new players, our distributors, right, to go do what? Do what Flex 45 is each day, but inviting people, creating new conversations to bring people into the marathon. This will create new players, new teams, and new royalties, which I know every single one of you guys are after. So this is the real secret. And, I kind of got this from Leon and as well from our own experience after, getting it from the master himself, right? But it's the real secret to growing this thing is,
Let's see.
it is incomplete teams. What I was talking about, like within Iceland, having conversations with some of these guys, they began to fear incomplete teams. By the way, my friends from Iceland, if you're on, thank you so much. We appreciate the time we had with you guys. But this is not just that, this is everywhere. People fear incomplete teams. Oh my gosh, what do I do if I have two people and I don't fill the team or whatever, right? We ask you to embrace incomplete teams. We ask you to make that the absolute goal. This is what you're trying to do, is create another incomplete team. So why? So you have to engage the community to fill this team. And just give you an example. It's getting down to the last minute before you got to push the start the lap button, or everyone has to have their weight in, and you got 2 extra players, right? So you have a few choices. You can go to your community and say, guys, let's go. Come on. We need to get these 7 more or 6 more plus the captain. We need 6 more players. And what you should be hoping as a leader is that they don't get 6, is that they get 7. So now you have 1 more player who has no place to go. So what do you got to do? Another incomplete team. And what do? Go back to the community again. Let's go, guys. We can't ask this person. They need the marathon so bad. They want to be in. We got to go find 6 more people, 7 more people, 8 more people to fill this team. And what do you hope? That somehow 1 more extra person comes, and guess what? You have another incomplete team. This is the mindset that you need to go about, is not fearing incomplete teams, but desiring and wanting and striving to create an incomplete team. Embark your community together. Let's go fill it, and let's hope that we create out of that 1 more incomplete team that has to be filled. This is the mentality that separates, I believe, the people that end up using marathon as a customer support mechanism and the people that end up using it as a royalty building machine.
Exactly. I love it so much, and that's really up to us leaders and captains, that we need to have this mindset. We need to talk to the teams and assistant captains and players, like it's coming from us. Like we really need to embrace, this whole game and just scream it to the world, and really when you change that mindset, and you will go to every lap with this vision and playing the game mindset, that it will absolutely change everything. So that's really from us, that important mindset around the whole flow, what to do, because we all do pretty much the same. We know the flows, morning activation recipes, creating value, being there, but the mindset, what you speak to your team, to your organization, every single day. That's pretty much what we love so much when we are about to go before the first lap. It's such a hustle. And at the end, I feel like that's what really keeps us alive. So we love it so much. So guys, let's definitely grow this mindset, break some limits, and let's have fun with this.
And now, guys, we're going to have, I mean, we are bringing on, of course, I consider him the master of this philosophy. I know maybe he didn't create the very original origins of it, but like everything that Leon touches, he turns it into something that's big and scalable that we can all use to benefit our business. And I'm so excited about what he's talking about tonight. This can be a game changer as well, as if you take the same mentality that we were just talking about incomplete teams, and take it on. Unbelievable. This thing here, this new piece that he's going to talk about is absolutely going to carry us through the rest of 2025 and into 2026 with major growth. So without any further ado, let's bring him on. Founder Circle, 70K, Leon Waisbein.
Hello, my dear friends, Martina and Michael. It's really great to see you guys. And thank you for this incredible opening. And you remind me always that we need to go back to basics. And in marathon game, basics is incomplete team. This is exactly right. This is the basics. So this is what really makes the big difference between static situation and dynamic growth. Because if you don't create incomplete and complete those teams, right? So then you are static. Then you keep your 3 teams and you are fine. And you are qualified, you are active supervisor. But if you are not striving to create new incomplete team with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new people, and then you have no choice but to go and complete it, working with the entire community of all other 3 teams, creating 4th team, then you are not growing. So the only way to grow is to constantly create incomplete teams. That's the philosophy. So thank you guys. This is wonderful. So I want to just to share with you today some very exciting things which we are going to experience and introduce to the market in 2025. This is just unbelievable. Just to give you some background, in the first 5 years of marathon, and now we are facing we are 5 years into the game. So it's 5 years of adoption. So we are just it's a period of adoption, because it's like with nutrition clubs. Nutrition clubs started in early 2000 in Mexico, but there is huge momentum right now in Europe, in some countries in Europe at least, right, with nutrition clubs. But it took 20 years to get to the point that we understand what it means. Now we got huge adoption. Now we got the model. Now we got something which is very attractive, generates royalties, creates new leadership, creates new marketing plan levels, and so on and so forth. So it's now we are 20 years later, right? So that's why it takes adoption. It takes time. Adoption takes time. Modeling takes time. Creating testimonials takes time as well. And there are different iterations, different forms and shapes during those years until it gets to the position that we say, okay, so this is the way to do it. By the way, 5 years from now, it's going to be even better. Okay, 10 years from now. So it's constantly evolving those models. And the same with marathon. Marathon is slightly different story because it's more structured than nutrition clubs, because nutrition clubs is the personal initiative of a supervisor who runs it in a way and form and shape people choose, right? So it's not structured, and you don't exactly duplicate. You need to duplicate and do it in your way. Okay, everyone does nutrition clubs in their way until the latest wave came to the market, which is more structured, which is great. So the same with the same idea is relevant for marathon, because since it's very structured, it's vice versa. This is very structured. So what you do, you create your communities, and you do better job within the communities if you want to promote. You bring more people, you create more teams, you create more captains. But at the end of the day, the game is the same game for every participant. In terms of, it's like marketing plan, the same marketing plan for all. So it's the same, it's kind of the game, the marketing plan of the game. It's a plan of the game. So why do we need this game, right? Just to remind ourselves, because we want our customers to have this great experience with us and stay with us and be engaged with us. And then we can move them to the next levels of the marketing plan, right? To become distributors, to become supervisors, and so on and so forth, and discover Herbalife opportunity at the end of the day. But first, our customers need to be happy. This is #1 priority. That's why it was initially designed for. to make our customers happy. So we have lots of data, which is coming from those teams and captains and customers and everything and players, right? And now the data shows that the stickiness and retention rate is the highest ever in all methods of operation up until now, at least what I remember in the last 34 years. So this is the highest level of engagement for customers and also for supervisors, because if you run teams and your customers are there, so you cannot leave it because your customers are there. So this is what we discovered. Now, obviously, improving it all the time. This year is going to be big additional new business, which is very interesting. So I want to invite you to 2025, and I want to invite you to the Marathon 4.0. Marathon 4.0 is not a different platform. You don't need to switch to any place. It's going to be a set of features which would open a brand new business opportunity for all of us. So up until now, what we've done, we've developed all kinds of features, all kinds of flows in order to strengthen those basic links with customers. All right, content, customers, community, captain, all this communication, everything, recognition. And but it's very important to understand that everything was at the customer level, customer success, customer level, customer competitions, customer recognition, right? A little bit of competition amongst teams within the league of the same captain, right? But it's the same customers of the same supervisor, which means everything up until now was customer business. From now on, we are adding new layer to the game. So we are moving to the next level, which is building organization and building royalties. And this is what this 4.0 is about. We are going to introduce this year several unbelievable features, which will take your business to the next level, will help you to create huge amount of organizational business. So let's move. Let me just introduce you to the first one. It's going to be very later this year, probably third quarter, is going to be the most interesting thing is going to come. You can't even imagine. It's under development, under construction, in the development. But you're going to be so excited like you've never been before. You're going to cry, everybody, including myself. I'm already crying. But let's start with the first one. It's called Marathon Clusters. This is new game. This is new game for people who are building organization. So Marathon Clusters is the new module for captains to compete, Okay, it was up until now, you remember, it was for customers to compete. Now it's for captains to compete and for leaders to build their strong organization. So brand new thing. So let me introduce you the clusters, ladies and gentlemen, the clusters. So Marathon Clusters, we create group of up to 30 captains. This is for leadership. This is for serious people who are thinking millionaire team, president's team and above. So if you're not interested, don't waste your time. But if you're interested in growing your organization and become and reach top levels of the marketing plan, so this is for you. So we form groups of captains, up to 30 captains, right? We run together the lab. It's not new. Many people, many captains are already getting together and running lab together. Creating it's done probably in some kind of Facebook groups, WhatsApp chats, Telegram chats, and so on and so forth. So people are already cooperating and running communities together, running labs together, right? But they run it as individual captains, not as a competing group, right? Not playing the same game. Just happened to be during the same time, being at the same community. But now the change, but now we are going to build it into the system. So we form groups of captains. If I have my, let's say, minimum 10 captains, it needs to be minimum 10 captains in the group. If I have my 10 captains, I form my cluster. So we are going to run a lab together as cluster, as group of captains, and those captains are going to compete during this lab. And it's going to be very interesting, okay? So the cluster synchronized based on days when people the first day and the last day of the lab. It's important, so they would be the data would be synchronized. The only way to do it is within what's it's called the standard monthly plan. I will elaborate it a little bit later what it means. So it means that actually the day one of the lab should start on the first day of the month, like May 1st, just for example. If May 1st is the first day of the month, first day of the lab, it means that lab started, actually was, the start day was one day before, right? The last day of the previous month, all right? Then we all run together and then we all compete, and system sees us as competing entities and produces lots of interesting data, feedback, all kinds of daily cards, competition amongst customers, amongst distributors, amongst captains, and so on and so forth. So we have 2 labs during the months, and they are standard and they are measured, but they are measured now as a group, not as individual captain, but as a group of captains. All right. So, and then we could produce statistics like we do right now for the team, the same way for the cluster. So it was a team of 9 players, right, including captain, measured, synchronized during the lab. Now the same for captains, between 10 and 30. This is number of captains which we need to have. So what it means, standard monthly plan. This is what it means. So standard monthly plan, some people work based on standard monthly plan already. I know many countries are already working. Some countries are not working. Some countries are running their labs. They would start, let's say, on Monday, and they would finish on whatever, 10 days later, right? Or some people choose Thursday. They say, let's put a weekend in the middle. Some people, I know, they start on Wednesday, and so on and so forth. So this is how people do, which is totally fine. But we can't compete amongst different, we can't compete as captains if we don't have 2 fixed dates during the months when we can get all the data and compare. So we need to have a fixed date. It's like Herbalife marketing plan. We have to start it on the 1st and finish it on the 31st, and then get results and then pay royalties. Because now we know we all synchronized. This is exactly the idea of standard monthly plan within marathon game. In order to compete, in order to get all the conclusions, we need to link ourselves to the Herbalife marketing plan months, regular Herbalife months. Okay, so you can see it now in front of you. So the first day of the first lap is 1st of the month. It means that the day 0 would be closed day before, 31st of the month, previous month. Okay, it's over on 10th of the month. Then we have these 5 days in between. Then the next month starts with on day 15th, closing day, start on 15th, and then 16th of the month is the first reporting day. And so we have 2 labs, and we have 2 lab reports. First lab report is coming on 12th of the month and second on 27th of the month. 2 fixed dates. It doesn't work otherwise. It's not because I just woke up in the morning and said, hey, let's do it this way. For clusters. The system doesn't work this way. We have to compare apples to apples within the group of people. So that's why we have to work based on this standard monthly plan if we want to create organizational business and not just customer business. Our customers don't care about our marketing plan. They can buy on any date of the month because they just run out of products. But we as distributors, as supervisors, we do care about months. We know volume, we know royalties, we know qualifications, we know promotions. We are very much thinking months. So this is exactly, now we are getting to the next phase of this game, which is organizational building. So that's why we need to link ourselves to Herbalife months. So let's continue. So marathon clusters again. We have 2 main roles. One is a person who organizes this this cluster, and then captains. I want to say players, right? Because it's not a team, right? It's a cluster. So here we are not players, we are captains here. So the guy who would organize, who is captain, right, in the team, the main guy or girl, it's obviously more often as a girl. Anyway, so is called a chief captain. Chief captain. Chief captain. Anyone can be chief captain. Anyone who organizes the cluster is a chief captain. So this chief captain goes to a certain command, clicks on certain command in the bot, in the captain bot. I will show you later, and creates cluster. It's very simple. So they just asked, do you want to create cluster? Yes. What's its name? So we just give it a name, assign a name to the cluster, and then system would tell us, okay, this is your link, send it to your captains. That's it, it's done. It's just 2 clicks. This is very simple to create. So, and then those member captains, okay, they receive your link, your invitation link. You know who you are specifically, you talk to people, you explain first to your people. If you create your own cluster, many of you would be probably invited by your upline to the clusters, all right? But if you create your own link, so you know who these 10 people are, whether it's your downline or not, but you want to get together with these people and run this competition. It doesn't really matter right now. So then as a captain who receiving this link, you just click the button, you click this link, right? You are asked, do you want to join? Yes, boom, done, that's it. It's just 2 clicks. It's that simple. So, and then you are going to get all the statistics. So let's move. So these are daily statistics, just for example. It's just for starters. It's just to start with. It's not immediately it's going to happen. By the way, this is going to be probably later in May or in start of June. I will tell you everything at the end of this presentation when exactly it's coming. But this is daily. So when you started your cluster, all captains are going to get those cards. So one card is top 10 players for this day. Each day, top 10 customers, top 10 players for the entire cluster now, not just for your league, not your teams, but all your 10, 15, 20 captains who are playing in this cluster, you would get top 10. Top 10 players, very exciting. If you run the same, imagine you run the same community, Facebook community, Facebook group, you have, let's say 15 or let's say 10 captains, let's say average of 3, 4, 5 teams. So you would have probably like 30, 40 teams, right? So you would have like hundreds of people in this group, in Facebook group, right? So every single day you are going to see in this group, some of you or chief captain or some of you would publish this top 10 for the entire group, for the entire 300 people. Very exciting to me, very exciting. So it's not just individual captains, they know what's going on in their groups. No, it's for the entire group competition. And what's even more interesting to me is the statistics for the entire group. So we know that as of yesterday, right, the entire group has lost whatever number of kilos, and accumulated up until today, they lost such and such kilos. So that means that we can take this flyer on your right, okay, daily weight report, and push it to social media because it has no names, right? And you would say, hey guys, we are in this group, yet we lost yesterday 31 kilos. And since the beginning, 9 days ago, as a group, we have lost 288 kilos. It's just example on this flyer, which is, by the way, realistic example. And then you say, join us for the next lap. Can you imagine how many people would say, wow, what's going on there? People are losing such an enormous amount of weight. What's going on there? And so they would definitely be interested. And you can push it every single day because it's exciting now. And it's not small numbers, it's big numbers. Okay, so this is daily. When later on, we will add more and more data sets, more and more interesting rankings for a daily, exciting things, exciting flyers, which is reflecting the dynamics of the group. For example, the wellness index and some other things, right? People, how many stars we as a group combined achieved. How many people out of this group had healthy breakfast? How many people, did whatever they did, all right? So we can create enormous amount of data and share it within the social media and bring lots of people, because this is what we want to create. It's called micro news. We want to create and spread micro news on what's going on within our business. And so then you would get many people coming to you. So these are daily things which are coming. And then once lap is over, this is very exciting what's going on here. So on your left, you're gonna have top 10 captains recognition. So those who had more players and more weight loss results. So top 10 captains out of this cluster. That's why we need at least 10, up to 30. So, but we're gonna have top 10 on this flyer. Then we have top 10 players for the entire lap. Then we have top 10 assistant captains. Players obviously are measured based on weight loss, but assistant captains are measured already based on players they brought into the game. Means those who are in the first rows, they're very much close to become captains. This is the captain development already. So now other people and other assistant captains, they see that there are few people at the first, second, third rows. They are close to become captain. So why not me? So it opens a conversation with your assistant captain when you come and say, hey, let's move to top 10 of assistant captains of this group. So let's bring a few more people. And this is very exciting to me. And then the last one on your right is cluster lap report for the entire lap. So you would see here number of captains participating, number of teams within this lap of this cluster, number of assistant captains, number of players. This is also realistic numbers, by the way, coming from a real lab. And then weight loss. So this is what you're gonna get. I think these are huge testimonials of success of what we do, and you will bring many people. You will get excited, those who are participating already, and you will be able to bring more people based on this one. On top of that, all of you as captains participating, you would get the top, it's not top, it's just full ranking. It doesn't matter how many people participating, you're gonna have the ranking, the rating of all the member captains. So you're gonna have a rank, you're gonna get number of active, based on number of active teams, then number of active players, connected players, and total weight loss. So these 4 parameters are going to make you ranked based on the same parameters, based on the same factors. So all 30 are going to be ranked this way. Very exciting. So now for those who are top team members, millionaire team, president's team, now you can get your organization, your captains from your organization and start those competitions. It's a big deal. This is what we were asked for at least 3 years now from top leaders. When can we have statistics on our own captains? When can our captains can compete? So now it's coming. That's it. This is captains competition. If you have dozens of captains, you can create already at least 10 in your organization. You create your own organizational cluster. If not, you join others or you join forces with some other interested supervisors, and you create non-down line, but with sidelines, right? You can create clusters. You don't need to wait until you will be called. By the way, as a supervisor, as a captain, you can participate in several clusters. One could be of your upline. One could be of your sideline. One could be your own. You organized with some other people. So you're not limited in number of clusters you can participate in. That's why it's going to be a command which allows you to edit and manage your clusters and leave clusters and add people to clusters and so on and so forth to create leadership groups. Okay? So next is very interesting thing. So if we are talking about royalties and achieving high level of the marketing plan, so here's what we need to see. We need to see how people are moving within this game. It's like a nutrition club, right? In nutrition club, what we do, we bring someone to the club. People love what's going on, get results, bring some more people, become distributor, become what we call a junior club partner. Okay, start helping, become supervisor, make money, make more money, make even more money, creating like 20, 30, 40 customers within this club still. And now I'm strong enough to go and open my own club. Once I open my own club, what I do? I bring it to maximum capacity. Then I find people who are interested in doing business, same way exactly. I create more and more clubs under me. At the end of the day, if my clubs are good enough and my other supervisors who are not in the clubs, if they know what to do, they need to have some other types of operations if they don't have nutrition club, like marathon, by the way. So then my organization is growing. I got enough leaders. I become millionaire team and president's team. So exactly the same story is going to emerge here. So we start as a player, which is the nutrition club member, right? So called player here. It's just a customer. The idea, the goal is to get results. Then we move to the next one, become assistant captain. And it's someone who referred to players, become distributor, building own team. This is the idea. This is the goal. Then creating first. You remember incomplete team? Complete the team now under this person. Make this new distributor a captain. So now we got someone called junior captain. The idea is to build second team and become active supervisor and active captain, as we call it. So then we move to the active captain. Now we are active supervisor, 2 teams at least, 2,500 volume points. Now I need more teams, just like crazy. I need to get between 5 and 10 teams. If I don't have between 5 and 10 teams, I will not see duplication. Very simple. It's very simple. If I don't have enough raw material, I have no chances to find interesting people who are excited, because I myself don't make enough money to be very attractive for them. So my business is not exactly attractive, even though maybe I work from home, maybe it's great, maybe I make extra €1,000, everything is wonderful, and maybe I don't have any expenses on my business because it's free and runs on my phone, but still, it's not enough. Statistics is statistics. So people, we need to find those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% of people who have burning desire to change something in their lives. That's why it starts from 5 teams. If you don't have 5 teams, you should not stop until you have 10. Because five is not enough. Let's face it, 5 is not enough. The person who is going to be number one today, in today's rating, is going to have above, I don't want to say because you are going to cry. Let's do it later, okay? But we will reveal how many teams this person runs simultaneously. It's unbelievable. It's doable. Trust me, 5 is nothing. So, and then you start creating cluster. First, even if you want to become chief cluster, but you don't have a team big enough, you bring others into your cluster. You just learn how to run organization by inviting your sidelines. Obviously, if your upline is running cluster, join immediately. Join. Ask your top team members, are you running the cluster? Let's do it. Open up your cluster. I want to join your cluster. You talk to your upline, right? If this upline doesn't run cluster, go to the next upline. Go to the next upline until you find someone who runs the cluster already. Listen, nobody runs clusters yet. Just to understand, right? We didn't launch it yet. This is pre-launch explanation. But I'm talking about like 2 months from now, 3 months from now, when it starts, somehow starts working. So make sure that you are part of clusters, running with different people. You will learn from different people and you will see how it works. And then one day you get your 10 captains and you create your own cluster. It means you are about to get team plus. Once you have just one cluster, you already get team plus. I promise you. So if you have 10 active captains and you are not get team plus, let me know. I will send you a check of let me think for how much. €25 would be probably enough, just to prove the case. Okay, so, and then you start building multiple. If you are millionaire team or president's team, right now, you already have enough captains probably to form several clusters. And this is where it goes into the leadership groups building. If we want to achieve the highest levels of the marketing plan, we need to have leadership groups coming from your first line. Get Team Millionaire team in your first line, and these are clusters. These are clusters. More clusters you have as a leader, more chances you get to hit your chairman's club in the future and founder circle. Because this is exactly what you need to create. So clusters is the royalty building, and this is highest level of marketing plan, foundational. It's a game to get there. So building organization is boring. Play the game is interesting, is fun. Okay, so again, let's go through the flow. Very simple flow. First, create as many teams as possible to find more potential captains. Number 2, join forces with other captains to run large lab and start competition within cluster. 3, once you have at least 10 captains of your own, create your own cluster. Number 4, develop your cluster up to 30 captains. Add and add and add more of your captains, develop more captains, and make it 30. You cannot make it 31. It's limited. Why it's limited? Because it's time to split. It's time to split into 2. That's why we have teams limited only by 8 people, not including captain, right? Why our team is not 100 people? Did you think about it? I was talking the other day with someone who is running very nice challenge. And I said, how is it going? I will not tell you in which country, but very nice challenge, whatever challenge is. I said, so how is it going? He's saying it's going great. You know, everyone is saying it's going great. And I say, so give me some insights into the greatness. I also want to be great. He says, okay, what do you want to know? I say, so for example, how many customers participate in the challenge? He says, about 250. I say, this is wonderful. This is just unbelievable. And I say, okay, and how many supervisors are part of this 250? He says about 48 or something, 49, 48, about, let's say 50. I said, that's wonderful, just unbelievable. It means it's approximately, how many of them are distributors, those who are actually in business? He says, another 50. So, oh, that's great. That means that there are 100 people who are in business, brought another 150 people, right? So it's about 1.5 customer per distributor. And you make royalties, right? So it's your royalty business. It's not their customer business. It's not their personal volume business. It's not their money. It's your royalty. So let's face it. So you just brought all your organization of all your customers, all your distributors into one group, and they feel good about it because they're losing weight. But there is no structure. No one brings customers because there is no reason to bring customers. Because it's not measurable. It's not measured. It's not recognized in any place. It's not structured. So that's why there are small groups. We need to have small groups, because then once you create a small group, then we have a second group starts. It's called incomplete team. This is the whole story. This is the whole point of incomplete teams. So you are always kind of unsatisfied. Incomplete team is you are not satisfied. You need to complete it. Okay. So once you achieve 30 captains, you split it into 2 clusters, and then you grow both each cluster up to 30 again, and then split it again and create new clusters. So this is the leadership organizational building type of thing. So now we are getting to the point. So there are 2, you are going to see on May 1st. It starts on May 1st. Not the lab starts, but the command will be available on May 1st for you to build clusters. On May 1st, you will see approximately it's going to be more or less everywhere, but it's about 20 languages are going to be supported by then, or maybe 15 or 20 languages already. It's in works. So you will see a command called new cluster /new cluster. You type it, or you will find it in your Captain bot, new cluster. And this is where you create new cluster. And then you will have another one is called clusters. This is where you manage existing clusters. So it's available on May 1st for live testing. It's going to be testing still. We will still be reveal all kinds of bugs and what's not. So be ready, don't worry. Just please provide all this information. Anything goes wrong for you, just go to the support and report on any bug you found. This is live testing, so don't worry. We need your feedback. We will take it into account. Everything will be fixed and improved. So first cluster lab to run starts on 15th of May. That means you have 2 weeks to build clusters, to invite captains. You can start doing it now on paper. Just by the way, start doing it now on paper. Create clusters on paper. Teach people. Tell them what's going to happen. And then on 15th of the month, 8 May, which is months from now, you have enough time to get ready. You start your lap within standard monthly plan. It's going to be second lap of the month. So that means that you will need to change. If you don't use a standard monthly plan, you will need to switch to standard monthly plan. Let's be clear, right? And you would need to start your next lap on May 1st, and then your first cluster lap on May 15th. Okay, so then your customers will be fine, but you need to get some time, to take some time in order to educate your entire customer base that timeline of laps is changing. By the way, nobody cares about it, just between us. We did it many times in many places. People don't care. They just hear. They say, okay, fine, I don't care when do we start. Who cares about it? It's not about, by the way, it doesn't matter when exactly the weekend is falling. It doesn't really matter, because we don't need them 10 to report 10 out of 10. 7 is enough. Trust me. This is anyway, we have 7 out of 10. Anyway. So by the way, we measured in both engagement, in both when it starts on Monday and up to going into Wednesday, right? 10 days. And then there is a weekend in the middle, or we can randomly fall somewhere, which is where the standard monthly plan. So we never know where weekend falls, right, within the lab. So it's exactly the same. 7 out of 10 people report anyway. So we don't need more. 7 is absolutely representative. 7 reporting days, I mean, right, by customers. This is the average. Okay, so all the information is going to be available on the Marathon channel, which is HLF Marathon. This is its address. If you are not connected yet, please go there and connect. And so I'm personally very excited. I believe that it will take time to adopt, understand, start running your own competitions, and move a gear, right, within your marathon game. And so go to the next level of the game, go to the next level of the marketing plan. So thank you very much. And I'll see you later this summer, right, to conclude first or second months of this whole story and bring some statistics and some success stories and some testimonials and some exciting things. But we are going to share it with you on this channel a lot. So please stay tuned. Thank you very much. Martina and Michael, back to you.
Awesome. Leon, thank you so much. I mean, we are so excited about the clusters for us personally, because we're excited about our North American team being able to compete with the Czech team and creating this competition and going back and forth. Hey, did have a couple of questions. I think you answered one of them for sure, but I want to ask them anyway. I think they maybe came from our viewers. But can I, as a chief captain, create 2 or 3 clusters with 10 captains in each? Or can I only be a chief captain for 1 cluster?
No, as many as you want.
Okay, I thought you had answered it. Question 2, and I know the answer to this one as well, but I'll ask you. The clusters are aimed for captains with a minimum of 2 teams, right? So what about those who are only
No.
junior captains?
No, I didn't say it.
No?
Any captain can join as member captain. Anyone, brand new captains. I would say it should become a promotion for all assistant captains. Become captain and join cluster.
Super.
Cool.
Immediately.
Yeah.
It's a place to grow.
Awesome. Thank you, Leon. And of course,
Absolutely.
so
Thank you, guys.
I mean, really excited about this. Thank you. And excited
Sure.
about the 4.0 and all the other great stuff that is coming down the road, guys. We're fortunate we're part of a committee, so we got a little bit of insight for this earlier. And yeah, we just see this as just one more step of making this method of marathons something that can carry us all to diamonds and to Ks and to wherever we want to go. So super excited again, Leon. Thank you very
By
much.
the way, one thing, Michael, just
Go.
one thing. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I know you will all forget it by then, but just important for me for the record. So the reporting days, right, for the what happened today in the cluster are going to come tomorrow. Why tomorrow? Is because the time difference. So Michael and Martina, for example, have people in Czech Republic and in States in the same team. So that's why here the day is over, but for the players, members of the team, not yet in States. So it will take another 7, 8, 10 hours, right, for them to close the day. That's why at the same day, so let's say today is day 2 of the lab, but for the day 2, we're not going to see results today, we're going to see them tomorrow. So this is the only thing to take into account, because many people, I assume, would be asking why it's coming 24 hours delay. So it's a part of design, otherwise we cannot run international clusters. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, super. So super excited about that. Can't wait to implement in clusters into our business. Thank you, Leon, for all your leadership and everything that you're doing to help spread this method around the world. And yeah, pretty dang
Yeah.
awesome.
It's so exciting. I mean, come on, founders circle member, you know, I think we listen and then we do and we grow this business. And, you know, I think for us that game will like get really serious in our house, you know, like
doubt.
competition between Czech Republic and North America. We'll have so much fun, guys. Yeah, we're so excited for the future. And now let's have some recognition time, because that's, of course, the added value. You know, I always said it's like the extra paycheck for us in Herbalife to get the recognition. So let's start with the top 20 captains in Europe and Africa. Let's see, you have to have minimum 8K production and 8 teams. So let's
Who's
see.
on that list?
Woo!
Here we go. Right, guys, congratulations. And now we are ready for the top 5 captains. Let's do it.
Okay.
Coming in at number 5 is
Let's see who is on their number 5. Kristina Tulumi and Ioannis Dimov.
all the way from Greece. Congratulations, guys, at number 5. And coming in at number 4 in top captains
Martina Veneri.
from Spain.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Martina. Number 3
Let's see. Oh, Daria Yanusheva.
from Romania. Super job.
Cool.
Awesome.
And number 2, Andreas Goulopoulos and Theodora Panzagia.
Woo, from Greece. You did a good name with that. You did a good job with that
Yeah,
name.
it's tough job, guys. Tough job these days.
And number 1.
Number 1, massive congratulations,
Woo.
Antonina and Valentin Samuel. Woo!
Good job, guys. Now
Guys,
we are moving to the next recognition.
You
Oh,
see
I'm
me?
sorry, from the Republic of Moldova. Let me get that in for number 1 for sure. Shout out to the Republic of Moldova. Cool.
Michael,
Yes.
I just want to, I wanted to share with you the number of teams.
We wanted that, and we saw it wasn't
do
on
you-
here, so I'm
do-
glad
do-
that you popped in with that.
Yeah, do you want to share it with the public? The number
Yes,
of
let's-
teams the number one distributors are running?
Yes,
course.
let's hear it. We wanted to hear it.
So this is, it's just unbelievable, which makes us all thinking again, okay, what is good, what is great. So these guys are running 27 teams.
Wow.
Ooh, hats
Thank you very
off.
much.
Wow. That's
Unbelievable.
27. Boy, that sets the bar at a new level for
Exactly.
sure.
So this is, top 5 here is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Congratulations,
Thank
guys.
you.
That even makes it, it was already impressive, but that even takes it another level. And 27 teams definitely gives us all something to inspire, to be inspired to go and create and do
Yeah.
in our business. Awesome. So
Beautiful.
let's move to the next recognition,
Okay.
country recognition.
Yeah, and now we're gonna see actually the recognition of the top teams and then top players and top captains. So let's look at it.
Here we go. All right. Super. Okay, guys. That's incredible. I mean, all the recognition. And now we come to really the top 3 countries in average teams per capita. And this is the big, I think this is the big statistic when you were talking about countries right here. So we're so excited to announce the top 3. You ready? Number 3.
Let's see
And
what
it
is.
is Israel. Congratulations, Israel. Number 3, average teams per captain. Now, number 2, I bet it's not that big of a surprise. It is Greece. They have consistently been at the top of this report. Guys, congratulations in Greece, bringing it, as always, average teams per captain. Number 2 and number 1,
Number 1.
that would
What
be
country it can be?
the Republic of Moldova. Man, I tell you, a small country geographically is just making it happen. So, guys, what an incredible job you are all doing, and it's just so exciting to see the recognition. I know I hear a lot of conversations between a lot of captains that want to get onto this list, right, of the top captains for sure, and I know the countries do as well. So, again, big congratulations to everybody and the recognition.
Yes, massive congratulations to all of you guys. And we are almost at the end. And when are we gonna see each other again? It's put it in your calendar, Monday, 19th the May, from 7 to 8 Central European time. Really save the date because we will have another amazing guest speaker, president team member Nikolai Marker, and he will have great topic, which I know all of us are always interested to learn more, and it's referrals. And also he's going to lead amazing panel of the top people with the top results. So it's gonna be so much inspiration, so many tips, you know. So I can't wait for this call. So guys, thank you so much for today.
And guys, I just want to leave you with a couple of thoughts here as we close out the call tonight. And our intention was to come here with what we thought was the philosophy of success with the marathons, and to really have you embrace the prospect of no fear of incomplete teams. Make that your goal. Build that around your team culture. Let's go create another incomplete team, more people. And as Leon said it, more teams, more teams, more teams, right? But that comes with more players, and it comes with us creating incomplete teams. So take that on, the whole philosophy around building community, and this is going to have your royalty explode and your growth explode over the coming months and coming years. And we're just so excited, grateful to be asked and honored to be here with all of you guys tonight. And we look forward to the next call with Nikolai and that incredible panel. So we hope you guys got some value from tonight, and we can't wait to see you next time.
Yeah. And don't forget, flex for the
Flex! Woo!